Boys, what was your favorite Christmas gift?
Ooh.
That's a great question.
That is a great question. Not prepared for that one.
It just happened.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. Oh, you don't mean last year? Oh, this year. Oh, yeah. We got a neon sign that we asked for that will be a display piece at our wedding. Not to spoil it or give it away, but there'll be kind of a greenery wall behind us, and there'll be a neon sign back there that says the Knops. And then it'll be a decoration in our bedroom behind our bed for future years to come. We're very excited about that. Very cool gift.
Nice. You're going to have a neon sign behind your bed, though.
Yes. It's going to look amazing. Trust me.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you going to actually turn it on?
Occasionally. Yeah. It comes with a little remote too, which is nice.
Dan, as an Office fan, what I'm picturing is Michael Scott's St. Polly girl thing. And
no.
Jan always wants him to get rid of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing.
This was supported by both parties. Shannon and I both was on the same page. It was kind of actually her idea, and she showed me pictures of what it looks like in other people's rooms, and it's very cool. It's very modern looking, so not quite the same. I see your vision there with the St. Pauli girl neon, but yeah, it'd be very cool.
Like, I'm seeing you at a garage, having your own garage sale in 10 years, and like Shannon puts it out and then you pull it back in. Like
no.
You have your own storage space with that sign in it. That's all right there.
Yeah, it's big. It's like 33 inches long. Yeah, it's a big one.
Nice.
Well, Chris, favorite Christmas gift. What's up?
No one is gonna think this is cool, but I got a bunch of home gym equipment that I've just had, my eye on. And I got a deadlift bar jack, which is like
sounds
piece.
Doesn't sound like a real thing. Sorry.
It's a piece of equipment that you don't even lift with, but you put the barbell in it, and then it lifts the barbell up off the ground so that you can like easily load weight onto the barbell. And I can't tell you how many times over the last like decade of lifting where I've actually tweaked my back trying to load weight on a barbell, which is really kind of like pathetic. If you think about, like, you would rather get injured lifting the weight, like trying to lift something heavy, not like trying to put the weight on the bar.
Preparing to lift the weight. Yeah.
I've wanted one for years and I got one. So we'll go with that.
Yeah, I hurt my back working out. What were you doing? I was preparing to lift some weight.
Okay, this thing is really cool.
Yeah.
I just watched like a 2-second. I tried to like skim through a YouTube video to see them finally do this thing, and I'm like, oh, that does help people.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not common, but I've always wanted it. So 2022 is the year of no injuries. Let's go.
Dude, that is awesome. Well, my favorite Christmas gift, my wife got me, I love the show Beat Bobby Flay, and there's a cookbook with all the meals that have beat him and some of his favorites on Beat Bobby Flay. And it tells you how to do all the meals and stuff like that. And I'm like super excited to, possibly burn my house down trying to do some of these things. So
let's go.
Yeah, because I was not ready for it. I like had said something about it like way back, like when the book came out. I was like, oh, dude, that'd be so awesome to have. And then she actually got it. I couldn't believe it. So I was like,
Sneaky good. Dude, Bobby Flay leaving Food Network. Is that happening?
Dude, it seems like it, because
it's like he's out of there.
He's probably just gonna go sign like an insane deal with like Netflix or Amazon or something.
He's
like
one of the
that.
OGs.
Yeah, but like I read that he wants the Guy Fieri money, and they're like,
oh,
you ain't Guy Fieri.
Nobody gets Guy Fieri money except for Guy Fieri. That list starts and ends with one name. Like, come on,
one guy. His name
Bobby.
Well, what's up? Welcome to the Brunch Breakdown. It's Didi out here in Los Angeles. Chris and Dan are in Pittsburgh. And today on the show, last show of the year, guys. Last show of the year. We've got a lot to get to. We've got a T-Pain Pick one. Yeah, all things T-Pain. We've been holding on to this one for a rainy day, and it's rained in Pittsburgh and LA. So that's what we got here today. Also, we're going to be going through a list of celebrities you can get to give you messages on Cameo. And we've got the bowl gifting suites for the college bowl games that are going up. Goes to some of the best and the worst and what we're listening to. But Dan, get us started, man. Let us know.
Yes.
Let us know, man, where we can find the Brunch Breakdown.
Anywhere, right?
Yes.
We covered this by now. You can find it anywhere that you can listen to podcasts. You will find the Brunch Breakdown. Apple, Spotify, Google, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and another one to come soon as well. Stay tuned for that announcement next week. New episodes every Thursday. Again, hit follow, hit subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast, and let these episodes come to you each and every Thursday morning. They will be ready to you and delivered to your phone, to your device, wherever you listen to podcasts. On the computer, will be there for you Thursday mornings. Of course, full video episodes also available every Thursday morning, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, on our Facebook and our YouTube pages. Those are available on demand anytime you want after that as well. And of course, we are on social media everywhere, simply by searching at Brunch Breakdown. We're on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, Triller, yes, even TikTok. Find us on TikTok as well. And of course, our Sounds of Brunch playlist available for you every Friday with everything that you hear from what we're listening to. Search Sounds of Brunch on Spotify.
Beautiful. And since this podcast is always brought to you by Chris Gates Fitness, Chris, you made announcements this week. Tell the people.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm opening things up I have 5 slots that I can fill to start the year. New clients. And that's going to open on January 3rd. If you're interested in getting a customized program, training and nutrition, if you're setting some type of goal and you need a little bit of help, that's what I'm here for. So chrisgatesfitness.com. On January 3rd, you can apply, and maybe we can work together, make some progress. 2022, man, year of no injuries and the year of your progress. Let's go.
Nice. Here's a question I have for you with that. People can apply.
Mhm.
So if you're down to your final spot and they say that they hate pop punk music, are you going to, does that matter?
No.
It doesn't weigh in?
No, no.
Okay.
We're
All
basing it on your intentions, your motivation, your why. And I mean, unless your why is wrapped up into your music genre and I don't know, you're passionate about Ya Ya Ding Dong, I can't see why we can't work together. Other than, yeah, that's the only one. That's the only one. So Dan, I'm sorry. We can't work together.
You know, that's a motivating song for some people. You know, it is. Whatever pushes people.
Yeah, and I want to.
Plus Ya Ya Ding Dong. I want you in the Ya Ya Ding Dong package.
I need a TikTok of you just like voraciously lifting to Ya Ya Ding Dong. That's what I need.
I'm down. Let's do it. Let's make magic.
Oh God, let's get into Brews Day. Boys, what are you sipping on? Chris, get us started, man.
So, dear listener, we are recording this earlier than we normally record. So I am not sipping on anything at the moment, but I will tell you, I will be sipping on a beer later in the day because the Pitt Panthers play tomorrow on Thursday, today, as you're listening to it. So my weekly superstition has been to drink a non-trademark infringement IPA from Voodoo Brewing the night before the game. I'm 8-1 doing this. 8-1. I'm also wearing the shirt that I'm supposed to wear. So that's what I will be sipping on later tonight once I am sure that my daughter is sleeping and I can take a second to just relax. Until then, I will be sipping on water.
4Nice. I can't wait till next season when all that goes to shit. Can't wait. You're like, all right, guys, I'm 1-9.
It doesn't transfer. It's non-transferable. Superstitions from season to season are non-transferable. And you're right. I probably will just like try and do the same thing and it won't work. And I'm going to have to find something new. It's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I've got another from the Truly holiday pack because I love this thing, guys. Got it. Pomegranate ginger fizz which is my wife's favorite. I haven't had this yet. We got a taste test. Here we go.
I'm a big pomegranate guy, Dan. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big fan.
I see why. You get lots of pomegranate. So if you don't like pomegranate, this isn't for you. But this is really good. You taste the ginger, the pomegranate, and you got the fizz because, of course, the seltzer, you got fizz. So that's what you got. But this is really good. I think I still like the crayon orange better, but this is really good. So truly holiday pack. Get it while it's still out there, guys. That's what I'm sipping on.
Is it better than the sangria? Because I think you had that at 2.
Yes, it's better than the sangria. I
Wow.
will give it better than that.
This is huge.
Yeah. And this is the one that
huge.
I was the least excited about in the
Right.
pack. I was like, pomegranate ginger fizz? Nah, no. It's good.
Stunning.
We need to get to a place as a podcast where, like, you know how like ESPN will do things where like they talk about sports and then like one of their people says something and then they start reporting on the thing that their person said and they just make a whole like news reel out of it.
Yep.
We need to get to the level where like we can do that about things like this, because Dan just was like breaking news. So like we need to then have somebody to report on what Didi just said. That's where I feel like this podcast belongs in terms of like the media landscape.
I like that.
That would be wonderful. Yeah. Let's bring in Sal Palantonio. He's got more information on this story. Sal, what do you know outside the Dudley household?
Yeah, dude, that is super funny. I just never thought about it that way, but that is how like sports television and podcasts and all that work now. It's like Stephen A. Smith says something in the morning on a slow day, and then it becomes the story, not just on ESPN, but literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't play in any sport. He's just
No.
talking.
Just talking.
That's what we're doing.
Incredible.
The
All right, Dan, what's your breaking news?
Go for
All
it.
right. Yeah. Breaking news. Pumpkin season isn't over, gentlemen. Breaking news. But you already knew that. You know it goes till February at least, right? And I've got a spectacular beer to end the year today. This is from a brewery from our trip to Asheville, North Carolina, what's many call the craft beer mecca of the United States, and a brewery called Dissolver. Very cool aesthetic of the brewery itself, the logo, their merch is amazing. And this beer that we brought back from Asheville is called Wicked Engine. And gentlemen, yes, this is a pumpkin spice cheesecake sour. Pumpkin spice cheesecake sour. So brewed with pumpkin, vanilla beans, cheesecake, cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, and lactose. And there's your Wicked Engine can right there from Dissolver. And I will tell you what, there's a reason we brought this home, because of how damn good it is. It's sweet, not overly sweet, lots of pumpkin. You definitely get the cheesecake. You almost even get a little bit of like a caramel flavor. That's not listed in necessarily the ingredients, but with all the spices that kind of blend together, it truly tastes like pumpkin cheesecake in a can. And it's a good balance of sour. I know based on some of the ingredients, maybe that doesn't necessarily make sense. We talked about banana sours, I think, a couple of months ago, and how that didn't make sense. This is kind of one of those. You read that and you're like, this shouldn't be sour. This should be a porter or a stout, right? But no, they make it work. Only 5% ABV, and it's blended perfectly. Again, the Wicked Engine from Dissolver is just, Christmas ain't over, folks, and neither is pumpkin spice season. And this is dessert right here for you. Delicious.
Nice. That's a sweet looking can.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Their whole lineup is amazing. Their logo is amazing. These guys know what they're doing. One of the best.
Nice. Well, boys, cheers. Last cheers of 2021.
Yeah.
Let's hope
Cheers.
2022 is better.
See ya.
But who knows? All right. Well, let's get it off our chests. Dan, go ahead. Get it started. Get it off your chest, man.
Well, this rolls into perfectly what we were just talking about a little bit, how we're entering the year of 2022, saying goodbye to 2021. And also with what Chris, you said, what did you say that next year is the year of? Remind me of that again. What was your line there?
It was the year of no injuries.
Yes.
And it's also the year of your progress.
Your progress. Perfect. Thank you. And that's exactly what I'm going to get off my chest here today. It's time for New Year's resolutions, right? And those are can often be a waste for people. They make these resolutions and they never happen. They make this bold claim, oh, I'm going to do this, or they start it and then it just kind of fizzles out. So I'm going to take a little responsibility this year in the year of the double deuces for Steel City Dan 22 and try to help people get through not a New Year's resolution. Maybe there's a New Year's list you come up with this year, right? Not just one thing, but perhaps a list of things that you actually can tangibly accomplish. This could be things that you get done every month, every quarter, sporadically throughout the year. You kind of spread them out. So there's not this one just, goal, one big goal that you have out there, a common one, right? Chris, I'm sure understand this. I want to lose weight. Well, what does that mean? Right? What does that mean? Instead of I'm going to say I'm going to lose weight, how about I want to lose 5 pounds by April? Tangible goal, right? I want to work out more. Cool. Everybody does. No, I want to work out 3 times a week. There you go. There's your goal. There's your list. I always have this on my list every year. I want to play more golf. It never happens. I want to play golf twice a month in the nice weather months, twice a month. There's a goal right there. Put it on the list. Another popular one, spend more time with friends or spend more time with family. Again, what is that? What does that mean? Yeah, it's a good idea. And then you never do it. Say instead, I'm going to make plans once a month with my friends. We're going to hang out once a month. We're going to have game night. We're going to go to a brewery, whatever it is. Family, spend time, family dinner once a month. Travel more is another popular one and probably very popular going into 2000 double deuces, right? It's on my list. No doubt about it. Set some tangibles right here, right? We're going to plan a trip in February. We're going to book it in March. We're going to go in August. Set yourself up a little timeline with your list. I want to get more organized. Everybody loves to get more organized. Lovely. Okay. I'm going to organize this closet in January. I'm going to organize the basement in February. Give yourself a list. Less screen time, one that should actually be on everybody's list, right? Whether phone, TV, whatever. How are you going to accomplish that? Just by saying less screen time. Give yourself your limit. Your phones can do that right now, right? Limit myself to 2 hours of screen time per week on my phone. You can actually have your phone turn off and tell you once you've hit your limit. A good one. Another good one. Take your wife or husband or boyfriend or girlfriend out to dinner every 4 to 6 weeks. Whatever it is, have that date night so you can keep up with that list resolution. Probably the most important one I can give you here, though, is listen to the Brunch Breakdown more. That's a great goal, but let's get more specific. Listen or watch the Brunch Breakdown every week. Every week. And you have that goal every week. Check it off your list so that resolution just doesn't go floating away. You can check it off every list, get you motivated, something to do, and actually accomplish something positive in 2022. So go out, go get it, and good luck in the year of the double deuces.
I love that. Everything. Everything about it.
Thank you. Just trying to help.
Signing Dan on as a co-coach at Chris Gates Fitness because
there you go. The Yaya Ding Dong package. You get exclusive one-on-ones with the double deuces.
Yeah, you have to set, people always have huge goals. And then, such a big reason that they fail is because people don't set miniature goals that lead you up to that big one. So like you said, if you want to lose 20 pounds, 30 pounds, so that's great that you picked a tangible number, but do you want to do it by a certain date? Or can we say, okay, I want to do it this year. So then, divide that by 12. I want to lose this many pounds a month, make it sustainable. Yeah, I love everything you said. That's very, very important.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because I mean, you just don't realize how many like New Year's resolutions are just broad statements.
Right. Exactly.
And it's like, well, how the hell are you going to do that? It's like, I want to hang out with my friends more, but it's like, all right, how the hell are you going to, like, when are you going to do that? Are you actually going to do that? But putting a number on it, being like, once a month, we're going to go do something, and that's what we're going to do. And then it makes it like you actually have something that you're going to do. But saying I want to hang out with everybody more, or I want to see my parents more is just like, okay, but how are you going to do that?
Yeah, you do it. You do it once in January, right? And you're like, okay, we're on the step of the goal, and then all of a sudden it just fades off, and you just forget about it because it's too broad of a statement. Exactly.
And add one more thing: if you set those tangible goals or deadlines or whatever you want to call them, if you miss one, that doesn't mean that it's over. You can just do, like, if you want to see friends once every 4 weeks and you don't, and it's week 5, you could still see your friends. And then you can keep going. Okay. If you wanted to lose 5 pounds by the end of January and you lose 4, you can continue to make progress, because that's progress. Like, it's not the end of the world. Keep going.
Exactly.
Yes. I love that too. This was great. Yeah. Your New Year's resolutions, people act like they're just like the most serious thing in the world. Like, you have to do this by this time, or like you are a failure in the year of 2022. And it's like, nope, got the whole year, guys. Still keep doing it.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Exactly. So good luck out there. New Year of double deuces. Get it done. Get it done.
Chris, get it up your chest.
So I think I want to turn this into a New Year's resolution for people. I think everybody should do it. This was not the way I was going to go. This is going to be really weird, but stay with me. I think regardless of whether you have children or not, I think everybody
should have more sex. Yes, let's go.
Great resolution.
You said it was going to be weird, so I was just trying to get in front of it and help you out.
Yep.
Yeah, ding dong. Let's go.
Easy. I think that everyone, Jesus, I think that everyone should read one children's book a week. And I'm going to explain to you why.
Please.
Because we got to the holidays, and we were storing up my daughter has a ton of books, and we had a bunch of them about the holidays, about Christmas and stuff like that. So we saved them for this time of year, and we started reading these books to her, which she loved. And as we read them, like, this one was a Sesame Street holiday book that sticks out to me, because as we're going through it, as we're reading the story to my daughter, it just became so apparent to me how pure these books are. And you hear, it's like a cliche that like children are like the best of us, right? And it's so true, because as you read through this book, it just tells you all of the things that you're supposed to prioritize and care about, and the people you're supposed to care about, and the things you're supposed to do for the people that you love. And I'm just like, no one does this. We're reading these books to our kids, and then adults are going out into the world and being total jackasses. I think everyone should read one children's book a week. By the end of the year, you will have read 52 of them, and hopefully you will have kept top of mind the things that are important, like your family, like your friends, and doing good for other people. So there you go. You have your ability to choose whatever New Year's resolution that you want, except for this one. Except for this. And you know what? I think you should do it on Sundays. Set yourself up for the upcoming week. These books are 10 pages, people. And in some cases, there's 10 words total. It's not hard. You can do this. Read a kid's book every Sunday. Get yourself ready for the week.
I like it.
I like it. And here's what you could do. You made a good point about how short they are. Like, this might sound weird. And because I don't have a lot of children's books sitting around, and I could ask the two of you to like get on this rotating rental program with me and you just ship them back and forth and I send you a beer in return or something like that, we could just go into Barnes and Noble and just take a moment, sit in the corner, read through it, put that sucker back on the shelf, just like you're skimming through it, because you could do it shortly, absorb that info. Now you might have to like switch bookstores every couple of weeks, or you're going to be like, who's this guy that walks in here every week? He's in here for, 3.5 minutes and then he walks out with nothing. Rotate around, something like that. But that might just help you get through it until you don't have to buy 52 of these books. If you don't have kids.
I don't want to advise that you go to Barnes and Noble to do this. I don't. I really don't. Like, if you're an adult
you're gonna
man,
have to get on the rental program. You're gonna have to. You're both gonna have to help out.
Okay, I will, because I don't want you to go to Barnes and Noble and just be in the kids section and then be known as the guy in the kids section at Barnes and Noble. I just don't want that to happen. You know,
I mean, you just gotta spread it out, or start in the kids section and then end up, in the sports section, and just float around. Just be a floater.
Well, I like that one, and I have to read a lot of children's books. So yeah, children's books. Some of them are weird though. There are some weird ones where you're like, where's this going? There's one with the alligator. I'll send that one to you, Dan. Well, the alligator where you're like,
probably
wait.
The old ones, right? The older ones are probably better. In most cases, older things aren't always better, but I feel like the older books probably can be, because how many times can you rewrite about the same message and story? I feel like some newer books probably try to think outside the box, and you're probably like, what is this book? What is this book doing?
I think honestly, there's a big market for us to write children's books, because like some of these books that either we buy or people send us, three of us could write these books. It's not difficult. You just need somebody, you need to know someone who's an artist. Like Jimmy Fallon wrote a book that there's one word in it the whole time. It's just dada.
Yep.
It's a whole book.
Yeah. $10 for that shit.
Yeah.
Trash.
Wow.
Anyway.
Well, let's get it together. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
That's our list.
Or all those people who wrote whoever wrote the Good Night Moon book and then just turned it into Every City, and it's the same friggin' one. Good night, Mr. Rogers statue. What? Fuck. It just makes me so mad. The whole thing is good night, whatever the hell is in the place. That's it.
It just needs like a Good Night Moon, like Mad Libs version, but like with a dry erase, and you just fill that in. Maybe that's the next children's book, where you, the parent, can start filling in part of the lines, and it changes the story.
No. Because what I just say, parents are the problem. Adults,
right.
Adults are the problem. They're going to make it way too serious. There's some like super like politically charged parents that are going to turn a Sesame Street book into, an attack on the left or the right. And we don't need that. Okay. We don't need that. I just want Grover telling me how important it is to spend time with my family and friends.
Grover.
See, I wasn't even thinking about the whole political part of it. I was just thinking about how, like, you could, if someone handed you that book after the Western Michigan game, and what would be in there, and then your daughter picks it up, and then it's all bad news.
Well, that's possible too. That's what I'm
saying.
Parents are the problem.
All right. Well, I got to get this off my chest. I'm sorry if I offend anyone for this. I'm going to start it off with that. Pope Francis.
Good start.
Pope Francis. All right. He gave his 3 keys to marriage. Okay. Please, sorry, and thank you. Every successful marriage should know that. Hey, Pope Francis, you're not married. Shut up. People who aren't married always have so many things to say about people who are married, and you're not in the trenches. You're not in the trenches as a married couple. You're not in the trenches as a married couple with kids. Please, Pope Francis, you can do a lot of things. Shut up, though, about marriage, because you aren't married. If you aren't married, shut up, and let this be a New Year's resolution for everybody, guys. Everybody out there. Just, if you're not married, shut up. Leave married people alone. Let married people do their thing. Now, if you are married or have been married or you're divorced, whatever, if you've been married, cool. You can give all the advice you want. But if you're not, be quiet. Had to get it off my chest. Pope charged me up yesterday. I was like, no, you can do a lot of things, help a lot of people. This ain't one of them.
Let me ask you this. Do you think this advice is actually good, but maybe if it came from somebody else, I get your point, but do you think this, asking the two of you, is actually good advice?
What are the
Is it-
words?
Please, sorry, and thank
Thank
you
you.
are the keys. Being able to say please, sorry, and thank you are the keys to a successful marriage.
And stay out the club.
Stay out them DMs, all right?
Yeah.
Sorry is a good one for sure. Like, please, and thank you. You teach that to your kids. Of course, you got to say that. I feel like that's implied. Sorry, a lot of people have trouble saying sorry, so I think that's definitely one. I don't know. I have to give this more thought as to like would I put other words in there. This makes me think of when we got married. The priest talked about during the ceremony, like the 4 pillars of marriage. We don't remember any of them. I don't know what the pillars are. Oh, the only one I know is communication, and I know it because like we can't understand each other talk. It's like hilarious but yeah. So sorry is a good one. I don't know what else I'd put in there. Please and thank you are good. They're good.
Sorry is is a good one, but but him putting please and thank you is very similar to the 4 pillars of marriage. It's like, you haven't been married before, have you, sir? Get out of here, please. I just don't have time for this.
And I think everyone's pillars or words should be specific to their relationship. Right? Please, thank you, and sorry are great. They're all good. I think sorry is the best of those 3. But like, maybe you're a very empathetic couple and you don't need to be saying please, thank you, and sorry, but like you need to say something else. Maybe your 3 words are hail to pit. I don't know.
Maybe it's like, I don't like mushrooms, and you've never said it, and you're just eating them constantly. And you need to speak up.
Okay.
Save your marriage.
All right.
Custom, right?
Shannon, are you listening?
Yeah, but Dan, remember sorry. Sorry ends fights very, very quickly. It ends bad moods. It ends dirty looks. It ends the silent treatment. Sorry is a good one. But the rest, Pope Francis can do a lot for the world. Get out of here.
Is an acceptable replacement, instead of saying sorry, playing Justin Bieber's Sorry. Sorry.
I feel like it depends on what you did. If you did something silly that like and then all of a sudden you're dancing in the kitchen, that's cool. But if you did something that's like, she's really pissed, I don't know if Justin Bieber's gonna help you.
Yeah, like there's a difference between like, oh, I forgot to pick up the loaf of bread on the way home from work. Sorry. And oh, I forgot to pick up your mom. Oops.
Oh shit, your mom's still at the airport. But honey, I'm sorry.
Try it out. Let us know.
Well, that was Get It Off Your Chest. And let's get into the main course, guys. Let's get into CAMEO right now. If you don't know about CAMEO is a service where celebrities and people who think they're celebrities will record messages for you from like $5 up to however much money they feel like putting on the site. And Billboard posted an amazing piece with how much a lot of our favorite celebrities, or not favorite celebrities, are charging on CAMEO for you to get messages from them. So let's check this out right now, guys. When you looked at this, Dan put this up a couple days ago. It's another one of these rainy day things that we kind of forgot about and saw. But what did you guys think? Chris, Dan, what did you guys think when you saw this?
It is just incredible, the range, the financial range that some of these artists value themselves at for a 90-second video, whatever it is, customized video. It really blows my mind. Some of them are a steal and are great value, and others are living so far in the past or think they are top shit that they are charging hundreds of dollars. Is just incredible that they just get to set this number and ride with it. And I'm sure they could fluctuate it and change, but it's amazing that for as long as CAMEO has been around, that some people are still charging hundreds of dollars because they either just don't want to do it, make a few $100s per year. I don't know what it is. It amazes me. It absolutely amazes me. The level of celebrity and the level of dollar figure are often not equal here.
Yeah. But like, honestly, there were some instances where like there were people I consider to be pretty famous. And I was just like, why aren't you charging more? Like Christina Milian, why are you only charging like, let's see if I can find her.
Hers seemed around 100 something.
Yeah. It seemed like $125.
Yeah.
That's kind of like robbery. Meanwhile, I don't know who Carney Wilson is, but he or she is $175. Who the hell is that?
Mark McGrath is only $90. I love that. I love that deal. I love that deal.
That is a good one. That is a good. You're talking about like getting in low on an investment. That is a good one. But like Christina Milian is $125 and Rebecca Black, who's like basically a meme, is $500.
How is it $500 for Rebecca Black?
How is that possible?
She obviously, I feel like in the case of Rebecca Black, she obviously doesn't want to do this at all.
Right.
But she's on there just in case someone wants her to sing Friday or to say something that, you know, that has made her, you know, memorable to our lives. And she's like, I'm not doing this for less than $500 a piece. That has to be it. Because she could make bank on here.
Yes.
Like if she dropped her price to like Mark McGrath, $90, she would be doing these all the time. And that would just become her life.
But what is she doing right now besides putting out this terrible music?
Dude, I don't know. Maybe we'll check this next year. Maybe her price will be down.
Yeah. Like maybe she could probably charge $150. And then there's like a caveat where if you want her to sing a line, let alone a chorus of Friday, it's $500. It goes up. Like you can have just a regular video for $150, but if you want a part of the song, then it goes up. And maybe that separates the good from the bad. And she won't be doing too many of these. But that one definitely stuck out for me too. That Rebecca Black is $500. But she'd make a hell of a brunch breakdown promo, boys. Start pulling some cash.
Oh, there's a lot of these like okay, Cisco's $100. Didi, your wife should be getting you a Cisco one once a month. That's ridiculous.
Put it on the list.
Just like Cisco touching base with Didi once a month to see what's going on in your life. I feel like you need that. I want to highlight a few names here. There's a few dynamics happening within sync that I think that we need to talk about. One is like the self-awareness of Chris Kirkpatrick.
Yes.
To know that he is about half as important as Joey Fatone and Lance Bass. And hey, Joey Fatone, what a dick move to make your price $1 more than Lance Bass. Who the hell are you? Joey Fatone? Okay. Man,
that one blew my mind. Joey Fatone, $250, Lance Bass, $249. Lance Bass is definitely getting way more hits on this site than Joey is at $250. Like what? Yeah. Well, who do you think you are? What do you think you're doing? But I appreciate Chris Kirkpatrick saying, you know, I will take $129 to do these. And I know who I am.
There's no self-awareness for any of those dudes, in my opinion, because I'm like $250 for Joey Fatone and Lance Bass and $129 for Dreads. Are you kidding me right now? Like $129? Who wants to pay $129 for Chris Kirkpatrick? Who? That's like not even like a funny price. Like, oh yeah, that's funny. $130 is not funny. That's an investment.
No, that's a reasonable price gift for someone you care about. Like somebody
not for
might
Chris
go,
Kirkpatrick.
They really love NSYNC, but $250 is a little steep for me and my sister to split for. But what about $130? Yeah, we can do $130. Oh, it's Chris Kirkpatrick. Oh, so what? They'll still be happy.
I bet you Chris Kirkpatrick makes more money on Cameo than Lance Bass and Joey Fatone just because of what Dan said. I bet you NSYNC fans are like, oh, which ones of NSYNC are on there? And then they're like, well, that's a lot of money, but we could get Chris Kirkpatrick. And then it's like still an NSYNC person. I think it's genius. I think it's genius.
Okay. It is funnier though. Like
that's like if you drive by like 4 gas stations and one of the prices is like 15 cents cheaper for gas and everybody's going there. Everybody's going to Chris Kirkpatrick.
Mm-hmm.
Kirkpatrick gas station.
Yeah, you got your fuel perks. You can use them for Chris Kirkpatrick.
Good God. Some of the ones that stood out to me, Mike Jones, $1,000. Like
literally Mike who? Like literally in this
dude.
In 2022 that we're going into, Mike Jones is $1,000.
There was like a year that like the guys from Houston, Paul Wall, Mike Jones, Slim Thug, that they were like chameleonaires, that they were all huge. It was a year. And if you weren't there, you missed it. Like if you missed 2005, you missed it. Like you missed it. And so I have no idea how, why, or who. I have no idea.
It's got to be another Rebecca Black situation where he's like, I don't ever want to do these, but if some nut out there is desperate enough to pay me $1,000 for 90 seconds, then I'll do it. But that's just like $1,000. Randy Jackson is $750. $750 for Randy Jackson.
Randy's got money though. So
why is he charging $750?
That's an interesting one because he was on he was on American Idol.
Yeah, American Idol.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's so many big fans of that show that there's people that would pay that price. I feel like,
but he should be over Mike Jones shouldn't be anywhere near that level.
Oh, I
right?
see what you're saying. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Should Cameo have like a have you guys ever sold tickets on like StubHub or on any of the sites that tell you like, because when you sell them, they tell you like how much the average price this seat is going for on the site. It should say that when celebrities or their agents put their names into Cameo. It should say,
yes,
Lance Bass, I know you want to sell this for $250, but this is what the average celebrity from 2000 is going for.
Right.
And maybe that would change.
Here are some similar candidates. Cisco, $100. Montel Jordan, $100. Mark McGrath, $90. Maybe you should reconsider your price.
Yeah. It's like Chris Kirkpatrick, $129. Is that a little above his scale? Yes, but he does well.
So who else stuck out? This is an amazing list, by the way. It's a very long list, but there are
Brooke Hogan, huge one.
$100.
I don't know, and I bet she does great on here because if you're a fan of Brooke Hogan, I can already tell you what kind of person you are.
Yeah,
and I'm fair, and I don't want to be your friend, but she's another person that like had a moment. It was like, oh, like Hulk Hogan's daughter is like hot, and then that ended. So again, if you were around in 2005, even $100, I don't know, but still, I guarantee you she does very well. I wouldn't be surprised if she does well on some other sites as well.
Right.
But yeah,
you're right. 100 does seem steep for Brooke Hogan, no doubt about it. One that I just absolutely stuck out to me very quickly: Ashley Parker Angel, formerly of O-Town, went with the perfect figure of $69. Appropriate on very, very many levels. Ashley Parker Angel, $69. Just too good. Just too good, right? Doesn't seem overpriced. Ryan Cabrera's on here as a comparison, $60. So those are two guys where, again, the moment was small. 2003, 2004, right? The moment was small. They never really quite got up to those bigger levels, the NSYNC levels, but 69 for Ashley Parker Angel and 60 for Ryan Cabrera seem appropriate.
I think Ryan Cabrera, Cisco, and I'm trying to think of who else are like people we need to just read promos for this podcast, like that would be worth splitting costs on.
Flavor Flav?
No, that's $400.
$400.
$400.
No way.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, we need to do a deeper dive of this and just like we need to get some promos.
Yeah, we do. D-Rock of the Yin Yang Twins, $50. Could he whisper the brunch breakdown?
Yeah, we'd use that as an intro.
Wait till you see my brunch. Wait till you see my brunch. Wait till you hear this brunch.
I love it. That might be happening.
Have you guys ever ordered a Cameo before? Have you ordered one?
I've never done it.
I've only received, never ordered.
I ordered one from Dave Wanstedt for my dad. And it's hilarious. It's funny because you can put in very specific instructions like that. Like, hey, D-Rock, like we want you to say these words to the same beat as that song. And we want you to whisper it. Like you can be very specific about it.
We have to do it.
We're going to do this.
We have to do it.
New Year's resolution. We're going to do this. We've already put out the names, just like what Dan said for New Year's resolutions. We're not just getting a Cameo. We figured out the names that we're going to get, and we're going to do this.
I think we got to do Christina Milian too. $125 is highway robbery.
It really is.
It is.
Yeah. As supporters of the Christina Milian Foundation and what Christina Milian has done for my life, I think, the Dip It Low video, I'm sure it's still great.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt.
Yeah,
There's no doubt.
That's we'll max out at 125 with Christina Milian.
What about, and not suggesting this for us, but the other one that I couldn't decide if I was comfortable with the price or not, Neo, $325.
I saw that too, and it was like, dude, I don't know. I mean, listen, Neo's another one of those guys who has a lot of money because he's a songwriter, but $325
seems high, right?
Even when Neo was like, and I'm a big fan of Neo's music, but even when Neo was like, popular, even then, it's not like Neo was like everyone's the most popular guy in the world at that time. He just had good songs. At $325, whew.
Little steep. Yeah.
Scary. Is there anyone on here that you would buy that you want to buy for yourself? That you would be like, you know what? I want somebody to buy this for me. That's the question.
Oh.
I will say that when this said here are 182 musicians you can buy personalized videos from, I thought guys from Blink-182 were going to be on here. I don't know why they chose that number and then they weren't on there.
That's funny.
So I was upset about that. I don't know.
Rebecca Black for me. If we're taking price out of it. If we're taking price out of it. Yeah. On this list, Rebecca Black and maybe Mark McGrath. I think that one might actually be cool. I think I'd like Mark McGrath.
Like the obvious one is Cisco, of course.
Cisco,
and the fact that Cisco is $100 and no one's done this for me yet, like, listen, I know what you make for a living, most of you. Anyone listening, I know you can afford $100. Everyone throw in $10 and give me Cisco for my birthday. That's all I ask.
Coming up.
That's all I ask.
If I know the listeners to this podcast, I have a feeling you're about to get a few Cisco videos.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you guys. Like it's probably Christina Milian. Outside of that, there's really nobody on here where I'm like, yeah, I would love that video.
Yeah.
Most of these people, I have no idea who they are.
Yeah, there's way too many people on this list. There's no need for all those people on this list. Like
Dan, I'm gonna get you one from Danny Warsnop.
Like,
yeah, like this list goes down to people that it's like $20 and $30.
Yeah.
Right. That you've never heard of. You know,
Right.
there's 182 musicians on here. You've probably heard of, I mean, maybe 100 of them. Maybe.
Right. Just because you have a SoundCloud page doesn't mean
Right.
people want to
Wait,
buy your video.
you're not a huge fan of Jeremy Tolis?
It's shocking. I know.
No, not
but
anymore. Not anymore. His new stuff sucks.
You know.
I liked his old stuff.
All right, well, let's get into one of our always favorites, pick ones here, guys. We're doing a pick one, not a pick two, not a pick three, and it's all T-Pain songs, guys. And this is a Brunch Breakdown original. We didn't steal this from somebody. I made this one myself, and I want you guys to jump in on this. We've got T-Pain songs, and you got to pick one. Pick one. I'm Sprung, Best Love Song, Can't Believe It, Up, Down, Buy You a Drink, Can't Believe It. Can't Believe It, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm in love with a stripper. All I do is win, and bartender. T-Pain. I made this a playlist, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Can't miss. Can't miss.
I was gonna say there's actually a T-Pain himself made a playlist on his Spotify called Happy Hour, and it is these songs plus a few more, and it's incredible, absolutely incredible. So I highly suggest the Happy Hour playlist by T-Pain on Spotify.
Wow. Just T-Pain. Is T-Pain on Cameo? Like, I want T-Pain. Like, I'd pay a bunch of money for T-Pain.
Wait, isn't T-Pain the same guy who like didn't know there was messaging on Instagram?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he's not on Cameo if he didn't know that you could message.
It was like my favorite story of the year. Was him not knowing that he has like, oh, I had no idea. Well, what do you guys think? Only pick one, T-Pain.
So this just made me realize, and not that I even forgot, but it just actually, let me use the word reaffirmed, that like T-Pain, DJ Khaled, and Akon were on 90% of the songs between the years of 2005 and 2009.
At least
1,000%.
And I'm not mad. Not mad at that.
Yeah. Like this is, I mean, that's like all of college for you guys. That's most of college for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that time you can't name an artist who wasn't on that didn't have a song with T-Pain or DJ Khaled or Akon. There's not one. There's just not one.
And again, going back to something we discussed a couple of weeks ago, Didi, and I don't know if this was any part of your inspiration for this graphic, the T-Pain auto-tune episode of This Is Pop on Netflix is a must watch, and perfect timing with this graphic that you put together. Knock it out this week. It's fascinating. And yeah, this just makes me go, wow, this, all these songs, all of these songs. And he was just on the radio everywhere. This is, I'm going to be honest, this is tough. And a pick one makes it even tougher. Even tougher.
That's why I made it a pick one, not a pick two.
Yeah.
You have to pick one because all these hooks are so good and it's just special that he was able to do this. But I'm going to pick one, and I don't even know if I like the pick that's why I'm like mad at myself, because I can't pick two. I can only pick one. It's Bartender for me, man, because there's just a point in time where that was a point in time where I was at a club every weekend, and anytime I went to the bartender, I was thinking that song was in my head. I was saying that to like one of my friends if the bartender was like super hot or something. Like, yeah, I'm in love with the bartender, T-Pain. And Akon, of course.
That one's really good. I'm going to go a different direction. I want to first say, though, that like top left, there's something unbelievably nostalgic about T-Pain in like an oversized polo shirt and that hat. Like that just screams mid 2000s, and it makes me so happy. So yeah, but the song I'm picking is Buy You a Drink, because I don't know if this is true, but I feel like that's the song that put him on the map. And I rewatched the music video today to try and do a deeper dive, guys, as to why I love this song so much and why I love T-Pain so much. And then you're in it. Young Jock is there, and we're just snapping. And it put me in the lean with it, rock with it, time period. Like, it was just, man, it was perfect. So Buy You a Drink, T-Pain. That is my pick one. I will say, though, it wasn't easy.
Not easy at all. Not easy at all. You know, my gut first had me go with All I Do Is Win. And then, you know, I realized how often I still hear that song at sporting events, more specifically. And I think that's maybe why I kind of went there, because more of a recency bias, and I still enjoy it, right? Because that's the one thing. If I've been continuing to hear this song for the last 10 years, you think I get annoyed with it, but I don't. But I kind of put that aside, and then it was between 5 o'clock and Up Down for me. 5 o'clock is just so unique, and that's why I love it. Lily Allen is great in this song, but I'm going Up Down because in the club, wherever we were, that just in the car, that was a great song. I always remember that song. Yeah, on a slim and narrow margin, I think I'm gonna go Up Down with featuring B.O.B. of course.
God, B.O.B.
Right.
Dude, I'm with you. I like everything that you guys said about why you were picking your song. I've been sitting here like, I think I picked the wrong song. And it doesn't matter what you would have picked, even when you were talking about All I Do Is Win, because that was another hard one too, right? Because I wanted to put a song that T-Pain featured on, right? Mm-hmm. Because T-Pain stole every feature that he's in too. Like, let's not forget, like, you may know other parts of All I Do Is Win, but the T-Pain parts are the ones that everyone knows.
Right.
And so, and All I Do Is Win is, I mean, I don't know metrics behind it. I don't know analytics. All I know is All I Do Is Win is one of the most popular songs ever made. Like, ever. I can't, yeah. It's just, yeah. Like, that song's not going anywhere, like, ever. It's just going to be around forever because of T-Pain. Like, your hands go up, make them stay there. All I do is win. It's great. It's
everybody
simple,
does
genius.
That. That's one of the few songs where everybody puts their hands up, right? During that, no matter what your age is, you just see people do that. That's the greatness of that song.
God, this is a tough one. But let us know at Brunch Breakdown. Which T-Pain song are you picking? You only pick one. Man, this is a tough one. I'm in love with the strippers, man. All right.
Great.
I picked Bartender. I'm sticking with it.
Great one, Dee.
Sticking with it.
That was an OG, a Brunch Breakdown original. So that'll be trending on other podcasts in the new year. But that's an incredible pick one.
I think we've also, in doing this, discovered what our next pick ones should probably be, right? Like, we got to do an Akon one.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah.
That graphic better be like 15, 30 deep, something.
If we include features, yeah, we're gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget it. I think we did Akon. It was called that Now series that we did.
It was now volumes 40 to 60.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, Dan, what you said though, the reason why I did do this, or why it was on my head at that time, is because of the Netflix thing. So again, can't say enough about it. If you were a fan of the Brunch Breakdown, what is it? It's Pop This, right?
This is Pop.
Yeah, This Is Pop. It's just so great. Just so great.
Yeah, check it out.
All right. Well, let's do bowl gift suites next week, because we're probably going to do sports brunch because we're running up against time, guys. So let's get into what we are listening to this week. All right. Dan, let us know. What are you listening to, man?
First one up for me this week is I don't want to give a whole lot of opinions on the song itself, because I want to leave it to particularly you guys to judge it, because it technically is a cover song. We've talked about cover songs quite a bit on this podcast in the past. So this is Royal and the Serpent, who we put on the playlist many, many months ago, maybe even last year, with her big song Overwhelmed. You also may know her as a feature in the song with Gail that's very popular right now, ABCDEFU. DD, I think you put that on a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago. Royal and the Serpent. She teamed up with a 3-piece rock band out of LA called Beauty School Dropout. And they put out a cover of Juice WRLD's Lucid Dreams. And I'll just say it's very interesting. It kind of has a little different sound, obviously has a different sound to it. There's almost a little bit of pop punk in it with the chorus. So it's done differently. We talked about cover songs and how you've got to be unique and stand out. Obviously, this is a more unique sound from the original track, but put it on there. Curious to get your guys' feedback on it, just to throw it out there. Lucid Dreams from Royal and the Serpent and Beauty School Dropout.
Terrified.
Just be prepared for different. That's all.
Chris, what are you listening to?
One of my favorite bands, Knuckle Puck, put out a new song called Levitate, and I actually just listened to it for the first time today, so I haven't gotten to dig in too deep, but I liked what I heard. I love that band, and I'm gonna put them on the playlist.
I thought you were about to say do a Lipa cover, Levitating. I thought, it's like get in trouble this week.
I can't even wrap my mind around what that would sound like.
Probably amazing, to be honest with you. They would probably that's an amazing song, but that's a band I would trust to make a badass cover of it. That's for sure.
It would fit the criteria of us liking cover songs.
Right.
Like, I don't want to hear Ariana Grande do Levitating, but
exactly.
Knuckle Puck?
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
I'm in. I'm here.
All right.
All right. Well, speaking of cover songs, I want you guys to listen to this one because I'm not sure if I like this one either. 24K Golden uses a sample of Biz Marquis' Just a Friend on his new song, More Than Friends. And I thought it's because as soon as it starts, you know where it's going. Because it's not like this is the first person in the world who's ever used, Just a Friend as something in a song. So you'll know it's coming. And I was kind of annoyed at first, but then I was like, this is fine. And I feel like I do, after a few plays, I do like the song. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. But 24K Golden, who we all like on this podcast, More Than Friends. Check it out.
I have heard that song, and I'm kind of the same with you, thinking like this, why is somebody else doing this?
Yeah.
Leave that song alone. but I liked it. The more I heard it, the more I liked it. So I think I'm in the category with you there. I actually really like what he did with it. Next one up for me, I know I just talked about the cover of Juice WRLD, but we also had a new album from Juice WRLD come out not that long ago, right? A few weeks ago.
Yeah, right before Christmas.
Yeah, called Fighting Demons. And there's a lot of music on it. There is, but the one I'm gonna put on it is Girl of My Dreams, where what's the one, the Suga from BTS, that's how his name is pronounced, we'll take it, is featured on the song. And it's kind of like low key, like down below kind of hip hop track, but obviously it just shines through when you hear Juice WRLD's voice, which was like what he could do with any song, right? Like the melody doesn't have to be that dynamic. He just does it with his vocals. And apparently there's maybe one more album to come, which is wild, but the library he left was just really, really deep. So Girl of My Dreams, check that one out.
Nice. My second song is going to be from a band called Sunrise Skater Kids. So if you wanted some pop punk, here we go. They put out a new EP, and I believe it's pronounced Liberté, Égalité, Friendville, which is, I'm still trying to figure out.
Is that Pig Latin or something?
This band, their sound is kind of all over the place. Each project they put out is a little bit different. Everything from like straight up pop punk to like metalcore. So they're all over the place. This EP is what they're calling easy core, which is essentially pop punk, and you're going to get a little bit of screaming in it. So
it just sounds like step one of the Chris Gates fitness plan, just easy core workouts.
TM.
Damn it, he stole it from you, man. Yikes.
I mean, if you like bands like 4 Year Strong, Day to Remember, this is kind of up the same alley as that. They have a song on their First World Tragedy that I really liked. It's kind of like it kind of brings to mind the fact that we're living in the greatest time ever, and there are more sad people than ever, which is kind of sad. Like, we've never had more access to amazing things, but people are more sad than ever. So First World Tragedy is the song from them I'm going to put on.
All right. That sounds like a brunch breakdown topic. Why is that? All right. Tierra Whack put out 3 EPs. One's called Pop ? The other is called Rap ? And the other is called R&B ? Mainly because she is somebody who just does everything and she does it like crazy well. Well, she has a country song on her Pop EP and it's called Dolly, and it's incredible. Like, she is the weirdest person that I listen to in music, and I want it always to be weird. I never want it to go in one way. I want her always to just like go in a different direction when we think she's going to go another way. But Dolly is definitely a good one. And they're all 3 songs, the EPs are, and I don't think any of the songs are like over 3 minutes. So it's easy to listen to and it's just awesome. So Tierra Whack, Dolly, check it out.
Interesting. I like that. Last one up for me. You boys remember a little band by the name of Cobra Starship?
Whoa.
And I don't just mean Snakes on a Plane, Come On Bring It, but the whole catalog of Cobra Starship. One of, honestly, my favorite bands of all time, honestly. Released 2 unreleased tracks from their Hot Mess album, which is fantastic, by the way, back from 2009. The band called it quits back in 2015. Lead singer Gabe, it just kind of wanted to get out of the spotlight, produce a little bit, and now he's just kind of a family man. But they've had 2 really unreleased tracks that were cut from that album that they've re-released. And one of them is Party With You. It's dubbed their final song of Cobra Starship. This isn't some great grand lead up to the band getting back together. I really wish it would be, but it doesn't seem like that's in the plan, at least for now. But this track's, it's really dancey. It's not their best song by any stretch, but it's nice to hear, Cobra Starship, some unreleased Cobra Starship. Once again, it's a great song for your New Year's Eve playlist. If you're doing a little, New Year's Eve at home with a few close friends, family, whatever it may be, and you want to get a little dancey, throw on Party With You from the good boys at Cobra Starship.
Nice. Who's up? Chris?
Chris, what's your last track?
Oh, it's me. I haven't done a retro replacement in a while, and I'm going to do one today because my daughter, we went to the zoo today, and on the way to the zoo, we listened to 50 Cent in the club, and my daughter loved it.
Nice.
That's all.
Also one of the greatest songs of all time.
Another one of those. It's the bass. You will find out songs that have a consistent bass line, kids love them. Love them.
Oh, so Blue to Tiger then. Let's go. Blue to Tiger. My girl.
All right. And my last one here is Juice WRLD. There's a documentary on HBO, Juice WRLD Into the Abyss. It is one of the saddest things that I've ever watched, because he was constantly being filmed like most kids these days, but he has an unlimited budget. So they have all these they're filming his whole life in 4K, right? So, and all the drug use and all this stuff. And it really just makes you think like, God damn it, kids are so stupid. But no one thinks they're going to die. They think they're invincible. And that's kind of the Juice WRLD story. And it's a fascinating documentary. It's like hour and a half, maybe it's 2 hours. But anyways, on his album that he just put out, Burn, there's a part in the documentary of him recording this song. And it's just really cool to watch his whole process. And but Burn is the song I want to put on the playlist. Don't put this on your New Year's Eve playlist. It will just bring you down. So don't do that. But yeah, Juice WRLD, Burn. Check it out. And that's the Sounds of Brunch playlist. Make sure you check it out on Spotify, as it is updated every single week by the man, Dan.
That's right.
Love it. Well, boys, any final thoughts? This is the last brunch breakdown of the year.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a year, boys. Had a lot of fun covering all the major topics, events. our wonderful Brunchy Awards that we had 2 weeks ago. I encourage people, if they haven't listened to the Brunchy Awards, go back 2 weeks, 2 episodes and check that out. But no, it's been a fun year. It's going to be an even better year next year, right? In a lot of different facets. The year of the double deuces. Start working on your list, people. Make it happen.
The year of Dan. Can't wait.
Also that.
Chris, any final thoughts?
I'm excited for the year of Dan, man. I hope that like the year of Dan coincides with this is weird to say, actually. I hope that the year of Dan means things are going to be more normal. Whereas like if you were to give Dan the reins on just a weekend, it would not be normal. But like I'm hoping the year of Dan is kind of normal.
Nice.
That's fascinating.
All right. Well, I too am excited for the year of Dan, excited to talk to you guys every week, and I'm excited to see you guys for the first time since 2019.
Yes, and dance the Yaya Ding Dong. Here we go, baby.
No, we and Didi are gonna leave. We're gonna leave. I promise you we'll leave.
This is how like me and Chris end up going on our own trip. We just like, nah, let's just meet up here because I don't want to hear Yaya Ding Dong.
Yeah, this is how me and Didi start the Brunch in a Blanket podcast. And
that's it right there.
Working on that restaurant.
Well, that's the Brunch Breakdown. We'll be back next week. Peace.